Good morning, friends, and welcome. Let's start our class today with a prayer together. Heavenly Father, Divine Mother, friend, beloved God, great gurus, Jesus Christ, Babaji Krishna, Lahiri Mahashaya, Swami Sri Yukteswarji, beloved Master Paramhansa Yoganandaji, saints of all religions, we bow at thy feet. We ask thy blessings at this holy season of Christmas, that we might feel uplifted in the Christ consciousness within. We are thine. Receive us and bless us. Om Shanti Shanti. We'll start with the song and then a video excerpt from a talk by Swamiji on Christmas. Welcome again, everybody.
The Christ child's asleep, the silence is so deep that round about with hope in their eyes, the animals await, their breathing they abate, they know their time has come to arise. For Jesus came on earth to offer second birth to all who would the blessing receive. The inner peace he brings can lift us on soul wings to soar in light and heaven perceive. Our pleasures and pains, our losses, our gains, have kept us long bound. The ropes of yearning hemmed us round. We dreamed of imposing our desert sand, flower gardens of beauty, verdant vales of delight. Imagination misted our sight. The freedom we would know, Christ offered long ago, and even from his slumber flows peace. All creatures here on earth, alive to their own worth, can welcome love and win their release. The Christ child's asleep, the silence is so deep that round about with hope in their eyes, the animals await, their breathing they abate, they know their time has come to arise.
You know, I came to Master, well, most of you know it, in September of 1948, antediluvian, you might say. And at least not more than a month later, he invited me out to the desert. And then he said that the three wise men who came to the Christ child were Babaji, Lahiri Mahashaya, and Sri Yukteswar. I don't think he'd ever said that before. It was very interesting. As I was working on his revelations of Christ, I just could not help thinking that Master was Baba, Master was Jesus, the same personality, the same kind of humor. Everything seemed the same. One time I asked him, "Sir, were you Jesus Christ?" He said, "What difference would it make?" Okay, I guess he didn't want it known, but I can't help thinking it all the same. I know one time he talked about Jesus, and he said that somebody with that kind of compassion for mankind would come back again and again. That wouldn't be just his only life. And of course, I think that he was William the Conqueror. Each time he came back, he came to save Christianity, or some aspect of Christianity. He came back as Fernando III in Spain to drive out the Moors. And I just can't help thinking that the two are the same. But the meaning of our gurus and the meaning of Christ, these great masters come back to this earth again and again. There's no problem with John the Baptist. He could easily have come as Sri Yukteswara in that form also, even though he was already born in this world. It would not matter. Masters can take several bodies at once. But that divine quality that comes with these masters, that is something for which we should be eternally grateful. When I meditate on the Christ, I feel so much cosmic love. And the churches have it all wrong. They should read passages like, "Be ye therefore perfect, and blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. And it is more blessed to give than to receive. And who before Abraham was, I am." Many, many other statements. If we want to be true Christians, and if we want to love Jesus, we should love him as an expression of that infinite consciousness. And we at Ananda are dedicated to perpetuating this teaching of Masters. Master came here to this world to teach original Christianity, not the original Christianity of churchianity. You've got to believe this in order to be saved and so on. What does it matter what you believe, what you experience, what you know, what is true? That is what counts. We have a great mission to perform, and let us give our lives to helping to spread this mission to the whole world. What I have done, I hope you will do. And I cannot be with you this Christmas except in one little point of this globe. But I send you all my love for Christmas and my prayers, and I hope to see you sooner or later. God bless you.
I'd like to start with the reading from The New Path, words of Swami Kriyanandaji on Christmas. As Christmas approached, my heart was singing with a happiness I had never before dreamed existed. Christmas was an important holiday at Mount Washington, the most sacred of the entire year. Master had divided it into two basic aspects: spiritual Christmas, which was celebrated on Christmas Eve, and social Christmas, celebrated the following day, with traditional present opening and a banquet. At the meditation, sessions of chanting alternated with increasingly long periods of meditation. Sometimes to alleviate any physical tension we might be feeling, Master had us stand while chanting. For some of the more rhythmic chants, he had us clap our hands. At some time during that afternoon, Master had a vision of the Divine Mother. In an ecstatic state, he related her wishes to many of those present. Some he told to give themselves unreservedly to God. Others he informed that the Cosmic Mother had blessed them specially. And then he spoke to her directly out loud, that we might hear at least one side of this blissful dialogue. "Oh, you're so beautiful." He repeated over and over. "Don't go," he cried at last. "You say the material desires of these people are driving you away. Oh, come back. Please don't go. The meditation that day was so deep that the customary 10-minute recess halfway through it was omitted. The apprehension I had felt at the outset proved a delusion. The soul loves to meditate. Master used to tell us it is the ego in its attachment to body consciousness that resists entering the inner vastness. As you can feel from Swamiji's talk and the vibrations of this reading, this is a very holy time that we need to open ourselves to. And what I just finished reading, that the soul loves to meditate and wants to enter into that infinite vastness within. This is what this Christmas time is about. Of course, we have the social Christmas as well. But we really need to remember that this time is about Christ, Krishna, consciousness, the consciousness Buddha, the consciousness all of our masters, the consciousness that any great master had was the consciousness of God. And it's a time to remember not just Jesus, not even just the masters, but that consciousness is residing in each one of us. It's only hidden. And as we open ourselves and try to awaken it and try to uplift ourselves and try to open that level of our being, that level of who and what we are, then we realize we're not just these little bodies. We're not just these little personalities and nationalities and who and what we think we are. That we're a part of the vast infinity, the vast light, a part of the consciousness of God. And so this is a very holy time. And the holiest of the year, Master said, as I read, because it's a time when we really try to touch the hem of cosmic consciousness, Christ consciousness, and beyond to cosmic consciousness. And we spend that time really remembering the memory of who and what we really are. And so at this time, we try to remember that. And this holy time, we spend the whole day. Now, a whole day and 365 is not a lot of time. And I would suggest that people really try to spend the whole day, not half the day, not 2 hours, but get to a center or online. We've already had at least one of the long meditations, and just spend the day. Now, there are many times, many different ways, rather, you could spend the day. People spend the day watching TV, people spend the day shopping all day, people spend the day, I was hearing next door here, cricket matches all day long, people yelling, jumping up and down. Why not spend the day with God? What a wonderful holiday we will have. That holiday means holy day. It means a time of sacredness. And if we can start the Christmas season with the holy day of meditating all day long, chanting, feeling God's presence, calling to God, self-offering, giving ourselves, everything we can do to uplift our consciousness, the rest of the season, Christmas season, the new year, and into the new year, you feel so uplifted. Now, I began these meditations in 1980. I haven't missed a year. You might realize that's a long time to meditate every year at this time. At Ananda, as Swamiji said, this is the spiritual Christmas. This is Master came to bring the original Christianity of going inside, of uplifting ourselves into higher and higher levels of consciousness. Now, what is the result? And then I want to go step by step into how to go into it. The result is a very deep purification of your mind, of your heart, your emotions, your consciousness. You expand greatly your awareness, your perception expands. You feel the presence of God, the gurus. You feel the aspects of God, peace, calmness, joy, at least some of this, power, wisdom. You may go deep into the light or hear the sound of God, of Om. And the results are lasting a long time. And Swamiji spoke of, I said this last week, of one seclusion. And you could call it, it's a day of seclusion, really. And Swamiji said one of his seclusions that lasted, I think it was a week or maybe 2 weeks, I'm not sure. He said the effects lasted a year. Now, the effects of this will last you a long time. Karma's diminished. Your habits are loosened and maybe diminished, and maybe you let go of them. Attachments, desires, uh, being uncentered, being emotional, up and down. You get very centered when you start meditating for hours on end. And it's hard to come out of that centeredness afterwards, for days at least, for weeks maybe, depending on how deep you go, for months maybe. And I would say the spiritual foundation, I can at least say from my life, has come a lot from seclusion, as I said before, but also these long periods of meditation. It's nothing to be afraid of. As Swamiji said, Master said, the soul loves it. It's the rest of you that doesn't want it. And so it takes some discipline, but it also takes the satsang of the group. It's harder by yourself. If you can come into one of the centers and meditate together with everyone, it takes the power that's moving everybody forward in the meditation. It takes chanting. It takes looking at the pictures of the gurus when you get restless. It takes doing all the practices that we know to keep going back into the stillness. And so now I want to go through step by step how to prepare. The first thing is the day before. Now, the meditations for most of our centers are coming up on this weekend. So the day before, don't go out a lot. Don't go on social media. Don't watch movies. Don't watch even a movie. Maybe read from our teachings. Listen, you can listen to Master's talks or Swamiji. If you want to watch something, watch the talks. You can watch the talks on YouTube, but don't be outward. Don't talk a lot. Don't socialize. For God's sake, don't go out to parties. Don't stay up late. It's a time to prepare for the next day. And if you prepare properly by also doing more yoga postures, energize twice that day, do more Mahamudra, do more Kriyas. Don't wait to put all your eggs in a basket on Sunday or whichever the day is. The day before, start going within. And you'll find that you be able to hold that. That night, don't eat a lot of dinner, like a big meal. Then the next day, you're just digesting all day that food. So maybe have a larger lunch. Dinner is a lot less if you need anything. Go to bed earlier so you get proper sleep. You're not drained, tired the next morning. Cut your day off early on the day before and just start going within by reading, get a good meditation in that evening, and then you'll be prepared the next day. The second part is the day of. Now, I just went the day before. The day of, these are things to do physically. don't eat a lot in the morning. Don't eat a big breakfast thinking you're going to be hungry all day. You'll hear again, just be digesting your food all day. Eat maybe some fruits, some nuts, things that will digest easily and quickly. Also, energize a lot. That morning, you may energize the mid at the break. You might do super conscious living exercises. Go to the center and follow. The center is guiding the energization. Follow that. Mahamudra, you may do a little bit more. It depends on how long you've had Kriya. I'll leave that up to you and your teacher, the Acharya at the center. Yoga postures, definitely. You just won't be able to sit 8 hours if your body's tense. All of these exercises and pranayama, do 2 or 3 pranayamas to just get to a state of deep relaxation. When you're tired during the meditation or a little bit sleepy, don't just give in to sleep. It's not the time to sleep. Energize your body, tense and relax, tense, tense and relax. Don't disturb the other people around you. You can do it more quietly. I was doing more outwardly now, so you can see and feel the power behind it. You can't just sort of, you got to put some Shakti behind it. Stay awake. Now, I know that sounds funny, but how can you stay awake? Don't be in a hot room. I hope the centers, we usually keep the windows open and keep the airflow, but don't get so bundled up physically that you've got your jacket, you've got another, and you've got 5 shawls on. You're only going to fall asleep. Be a yogi. Just be centered. If it's a little bit cold, it's okay. At least you'll be awake and ready. Okay, the next point is early. Go to bed the night before early, get up early. Don't just, oh, I'm dragging, oh, now I got to rush to the center. No, do everything you have to do. Get your things ready the night before. You have your go-to bag or whatever you want to call it. And then you're ready. The next day, you're up early and you get going early. Get to the center early. The doors typically aren't aren't closed. What do I want to say? Are closed when the meditation begins. And so you want to get there early, get your place, get energized, get everything ready. You might want to have a chair behind you, a chair. Some people have a chair, and then they also on the floor have a pillow that they're sitting on. So you might start on the pillow and your legs start hurting, get on the chair, but all this is going to mean you get there early. You don't get there, where's my chair, where's the pillow, where's my own board? Be prepared. Okay, that was physically. Now, mentally, the chanting will help you a lot. You don't want to just, if you really are in silence, wonderful, and you can't chant. But if you can, chanting will open the heart, and with the heart open, you can raise the energy up. If your heart is closed, if you're just so passive and quiet that you're just basically sleeping, not much will happen. So the chanting will invigorate you, will give you power in the heart. And that power in the heart, you can lift it up to the spiritual eye. So the chanting isn't a time to sort of let your mind wander all over. And of course, the affirmations in the chant will keep you strong, or the devotional words. Next, you can do mental chanting. I'm still on the mental level, how to go through the meditation. You can mentally chant Om Guru or Om Babaji or one of the gurus, or reveal thyself, or I am thine, be thou mine. Don't let the mind go into the worries of the day and all that. Just try to really keep focus. And then put that prayer out and then feel God's response. Finally, under the mental part is self-offering. Anything you're feeling, you have this problem that's bothering you or whatever, get rid of it. Just offer it to God and just give it to Divine Mother. Put it on the altar and mentally and just leave it there. Whatever difficulties or difficult people or whatever, just leave them there and just feel you're open, you're free. You're not of this world anymore. You're going with the masters. And if you really want to, you can at least touch the hem of the garment of the gurus. But if you want to stay in the problem, stay there. But what I'm saying is offer everything you think you are, which you aren't anyway, into God's power. Just feel like it's a fire ceremony. You're just leaving everything behind. Now, spiritually, what to do in the 8-hour meditation? The first half is doing. What do I mean by that? The first half is doing the practices. Hang Sa, Om technique, some of the Kriya preparatory techniques. Kriya yoga, though typically are long periods of meditation, you can do more Kriyas. Here again, it depends on how long you've had Kriya, but work with your teacher, your Charya, and see how much Kriya you can do. If you've been a long time Kriya Ban, you can do at least a couple of rounds of Kriya. But here again, it will depend. Don't think Kriya is going to just open the door. It opens with devotion. And the whole process will help you to feel God's presence. The second half, that's the first half of the meditation, meaning up to the break. The second half is being, meaning open, receptivity, openness, trying to feel God's presence, sitting in the silence. There'll be mainly a lot of beautiful music played, some traditional Christmas, maybe some metaphysical meditations, but you will feel it's not sit, grin, and bear it. This is a very blissful meditation. And the second part is very uplifting, very purifying, very cleansing. And so it's a devotional part, being with God and gurus. So enjoy the music. It's a point of enjoyment, not what is that music? I don't know what that be. Just let your heart soar in God. At the break, I didn't say earlier, but at the break, you can do more energization, more Mahamudra. Okay, when you get restless in that second half of the meditation, I should say but typically there is some restlessness. You can open your eyes, look at the pictures of the gurus, and just try to absorb yourself in their vibrations. But Swamiji said the pictures, images of the gurus emanate light. Try to feel their light coming in to calm your mind, to bless you, to give you their grace. Here again, you can chant to the gurus, reveal thyself, reveal thyself. Another thing to do in the second half is do prayers for others, just on your own. They will be done at the end as well, but on your own, your family, your friends, your coworkers. And how many people spend a whole day praying at Christmas? This is very, very few. So try to pray also. Here's an interesting thing. Don't think it's just your meditation. Pray, use the meditation to bless the whole world, to give out light. So feel you're also praying for the whole world. Try to open yourself finally to the experience of God. Afterwards, be quiet, alone. It's not a time to go out and shop and go to the store and whatever and turn on the television. And it's very inward. You don't want to even talk to anybody. People's faces look different. Their eyes look different. Their vibration is different. And just feel and that blessing and feel the blessing seen and unseen. And I'll close with these testimonials from the long meditations. I felt a small light the size of a candle flame growing in my heart. The light grew stronger and filled my frame. The next, answers and clarity presented themselves. And when the meditation ended, I felt, how is that possible? It went by so fast. A lot of people feel that. And another, the more I gave, the more joy I felt in my heart until I was fairly swimming in it. It felt far beyond my normal meditations when I was meditating alone. And finally, the inspiration and upliftment I felt that day is indescribable. As I sat in the back of the room and gazed at the crowd during the meditation, I thought, how desperately the world needs more of this. People uniting together in brotherhood and harmony, honoring the lives of great masters and self realized masters and saints and devotional gatherings. Otherwise, it's so easy to get discouraged when reading the news of hatred, economic turmoils, and environmental problems of this world. Om Shanti Shanti. Let us all pray for this world and emanate, be channels of the light of God, Christ, the gurus, which is so strongly felt at this holy, sacred Christmas time. God bless you all, and I wish you a wonderful Christmas meditation. I'll ask Nitendra to come on screen. We have a couple of questions.
Yes, Dhyanaji, thank you so much for sharing the valuable insights. The first question, Dhyanaji, is that this will be my first instance of the 8-hour meditation. So the duration does feel overwhelming. So should I focus on depth or on the duration?
Why not focus on joy? Follow the joy. You probably will feel something, or if it's peace, follow the peace. I mean, just not being on your phone for 8 hours. Hallelujah. I would say, what a blessing. Just not having people yakking in your ear all day. What a blessing. Having kids screaming and dogs barking and hello. You're going to feel wonderful. So go with what you feel, the stillness, the quiet, the joy, the peace, and my God, the great blessings. There's nothing like it. Where can you get that? Nowhere. Sitting there in the room with the gurus. Wow. I wouldn't miss it for anything. So follow what you feel in your heart. And if you have problems, so what? Forget about yourself. Forget about your problems. Forget about your body. Soar in the light. Soar as much as you can. Try to leave your body if you can. I mean, just get out of the delusion of this world for one day of the year. One day. It's all it is. Think about it. How do we spend the rest of the year? Think about it. Give one day to God. And God is what a blessing. So many blessings come, even if we give one day. So think about it. Don't mentally analyze it. Just go for it. Just go for it. And you have a preparation now. I've gone through some things that will help you. And there's no reason not to really have a wonderful meditation that day.
Thank you, Dhyanaji, for the confidence. The next one, Dhyanaji, is how can I be channel of our gurus and help others in the room during meditation?
Be quiet. Don't make noises. Don't do loud practices, kriya. Don't start doing Maha Mudra in the middle of the meditation when everybody's meditating. Don't, make noises with your own board, and don't wear loud down jackets that are the whole meditation. Don't get up with last year this happened with the AC or the heat. Click, 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 click. It just disturbs everybody. Don't leave until there's chanting, a chanting break, walking around. Just get control of yourself. You can is this a yogic path or not? We're yogis. Get control of yourself. And if you do that, you can go far. If you're undisciplined, you won't have a good meditation. So just take control. Get centered, sit down, don't bother anybody. And don't put out a restless vibration. I hope everybody else feeling like they're not feeling like. So watch out what you eat the night before. If you're going to have a lot of food and some heavy duty sweets, good luck. I would cut down on those sweets that at least the night before and the morning of. Don't go get some donuts and eat a whole package of donuts. It's gonna just lay you right out.
Thank you, Dhanji. One last question. So, are Christ and
You
Masters
don't
really
eat
present?
donuts, Nitendra. I know you don't eat donuts. Okay, good.
The last one, Dhanji. Are Christ and Masters really present in the room during our meditation
I
in more?
certainly have felt them. I can say I felt them more than any other day. It's kind of like the same as at a Kriya, but you're longer there with them. Kriya is 2 hours or whatever. Definitely, I mean, I felt them, but you have to really call and be yearning and do the practices and be awake and ready. And feeling is there much more than seeing anything. But the feeling, I think you got to be like half dead if you don't feel something. I'd rather even affirm I felt something. And the thing is, it's not just that day, it's the next day and the next day and the next day and the next day. So you can't think God's going to come all at once. Well, typically it doesn't happen like, out of the sky. He reveals himself to you and finally you're awake and ready. It just little by little, you feel this openness and there's a little joy. And then Master said, blow on that joy and the meaning the practices. And it gets more and more and more. And then you're just like I read earlier, swimming. Go for a swim. God bless you all. Have a wonderful meditation. Thank you. God bless you. Bye bye.